Right folks, so how we doing? Welcome back. So I've got sent a tent out by Fire Hiking. It's a Fire Hiking TP tent. The hot stove jacket, it's a lightweight one, one man. So I'll show you the bag the tent came in. So this is the bag the tent came in, Fire Hiking. Put it over here. It's nice and light. I'll weigh it and I'll put the specs in the video. But it's a hot tent, so I'll get that set up and you can have a look, see what you think. Looks quite good to me so far for what I've seen. I've quickly had it out of the bag, had a wee look at it, so I'm going to pitch it and I'll bring you back guys and tell you a wee bit about it. So there we go, I've got it in the bag. So basically you've got this nice wee bag. You've got a bag of pegs here. It's just your standard pegs. In fact, they actually look quite good. It's some stakes. Some normal pegs, so it's these sort of, it's very similar to the MSR pegs. We've got the centre pole, we have the outer and also the inner. So what I'll do is I'll pitch this and we'll get a wee look at it. So there we go, that was literally seconds, like a minute to get the actual out of the tent up. So it's quite loose at the moment, but I'll let you have a wee look. What we've got here on the side is these sort of draw tags. So you just give each one of them a wee cinch up. I just pitch this loosely, just need to pull each one of them, so I'll pull them and I'll bring you back in a second. So that's all my cinched, I've cinched down each one of these, so I'll give you a look around the outside of the tent. So you see these wee toggles here, just pull them to tighten up. I'm super impressed with the stitching on this tent, it's really good. There's your stove jack, it's got a toggle on it there as well, so it's your stove jack, ready to go. Well, I like that, but I'll show you that bit again when I come to do this, when I put the inner stuff in. But you'll see the toggles, super tight, nice wee tent. Like I say, I'm impressed with the stitching, even down to where the guy lines go, well reinforced. I'll get some guy lines on this. I'm quite happy with that. Seems a nice thick material as well. I'm unsure of the stats of the tent, I'll need to find out the hydrostatic head and stuff, but it feels really good quality. Obviously you've got your vent there as well. There's your vent, you've got like a wee stick for holding the vent in. I'm impressed with that. Nice looking little tent, I'm sure you'll agree. What I'll do is I will get the inner in and I'll do the guy lines and I'll bring you back for a look at that. Right, so that's me finished on the outer there, so I've put the guy lines in as well. Super impressed with this. First I'll give you a look at the stove jack. So that's the stove jack here. You can see this rolls up and has a nice wee toggle there to fasten it up out of the way. What I do like about this stove jack is it has a piece here, like a flap, so when your pipe's in, you know, that'll help to protect the tent. That's brilliant, that's a great idea. But you can also remove this and you can buy a replacement should you get any damage. But to be honest, I didn't really, it feels great material. It's like almost like a rubber, you know, like a silicone mat that you get for the bacon, like in bacon in the oven. And you've got a nice Fire Hiking logo on the side there. And the guy lines here, so you get these sort of MSR style pegs, but as well, nice line locks. Super impressed with this, super impressed. And what I have noticed as well is on the top here, you've got like a hanging point, so if you didn't have the pole, you wanted to even make it even lighter, you could hang that for a tree, you know. And inside, space wise, I'll just straighten the pole up, inside space wise, you could sleep 2 people in this, you really could. Stove in this side, without the inner of course, but I reckon you could fit 2 people without the inner, just your sleeping mats and your sleeping bags, stove, bit of wood. So what I'll do is I'll stick the inner as well and let you have a look at the inner. So I'll bring you back in a minute or two, I'll just stick the inner in. So that's your half mesh inner in. There's a fair bit of space in this tent if I'm honest. So I'll bring you to the inside here. So fair bit of space in there. I mean, I can lie in this on one side. I reckon you could fit 2 people in this comfortably. That's me lying down. Still got all that space. I mean, my arms just touches the other side. So I suppose if it was a couple or you were close friends, you could actually share this tent, but there's more than enough room for one person and all his gear. So up the top, I've just noticed there's a hanging point for your lantern. This base as well feels kind of, it's almost waxy material. You know, like a wax jacket. Oh, aye. Double zips for the bug guard. You've got toggles here as well for keeping the bug guard open. Your stove would just sit here. I mean, I think you could. But the stove wise, it would have to be something like the T1 Mini. But the guys at Fire Hiking are in the middle of developing a stove, which I believe they're going to send me as well. So I'll definitely test it with that. I might try it with my other stove, but I'll definitely test it with the Pomley. No, sorry, not Pomley. Fire Hiking stove. I'm guessing it's going to be obviously designed to fit inside this. I imagine it'd be much like the Pomley T1 Mini. That would fit straight into this as well. So if you didn't want to pull the trigger and buy an expensive tent, and these are actually really affordable. I'm going to stick the link for this in the description below. But I have to say I'm super impressed with that. What a great wee tent. And obviously if you're hiking in somewhere, the Pomley Hex or the Hex Plus, that's just too heavy for carrying. It's more for, you know, like a base camp setting up somewhere. But I have to say I'm impressed with this tent. So that's my review on the Fire Hiking tent. Looking forward to getting this. Actually, I think my next camp, I'll definitely be taking this one out. See how it fares. But I look forward to getting the stove. The guys, I've spoke to the guys and they're sending me one of their stoves out. So that'll be good as well. Just all round, that's a great wee tent, I must admit. It's very similar to the Pomley in the way it goes together. The way it's constructed, just obviously different material. Probably not quite the quality of the Pomley tent, but it's a different animal, to be honest. It's a completely different beast. But I do believe Pomley have got their own lightweight one out as well. So yep, if you're looking for a cheap start to get into hot tenting, Fire Hiking, these are available on Amazon, and I'll put the link in for this as well. But yeah, super impressed. What a nice wee bit of kit.